Hi, it's John here. Do not go quietly into this good night. A poem written by Dylan Thomas in response to the death of his father. But apparently his father never heard it. So really it was Thomas talking to himself or talking things through and in coping with death in his own way and his perhaps his imminent death or the trials that he'd had in his life, because he had suffered from poor health and death was always hovering over him. So death was a little bit like a spectre that was always there waiting to take him. And the poem, it sounds like there's a battle, there's a fight, there's this weight of death that is waiting to take him. So only Dylan Thomas can know what it was all about. Only a person who has ill health, who has the fear of death with them perhaps every day, perhaps every night when they go to sleep, can understand that sort of fear of death. I suppose it's the question about the poem intrigues me because it's not the normal reaction to the prospect of death. I was watching someone on YouTube and they were quite chuffed by the way that they had helped a number of people approach death, and they'd achieved, or the people approaching death became very peaceful and they were perhaps even welcomed death, because there was an end of suffering. And that's the traditional way that one would think of preparing a person for death, that they be reconciled, that they take things in their stride, that there is a season, and there's a season of life, a season of reproduction, a season of good living, and a season of passing. There's a lovely poem about leaves falling off a tree and how the leaves aren't wailing when they fall off the tree. They fall and they show colour and they drift gently down. There's no wailing going on in nature. So I wondered what the poem was all about. But I'm reading a little bit about Dylan Thomas. I do have sympathy with him, and I don't think he was necessarily being a devil's advocate just for the sake of it. I think he had special circumstances. And I have heard of another person, I can't remember who it was, who his sort of final words were, "Thank goodness that's all over," not the suffering but life itself, the toil of life was all over. A slightly humorous way of looking at death. It would be nice to think that death would be like going into the most blissful sleep that you can have. I do love sleeping, and sometimes just on the verge of sleep you just become lucid and you think, oh, this is lovely. And if death was like that, it would be a very welcome thing. But there again, whilst one is alive, take up the challenge as Dylan Thomas did. Don't give in to into the old foe. Live every moment. Right. All that for now then. Right. Bye.